So back in 2015, we originally made this room as a lab to produce juice for vaping and e-cigarettes, which lasted about a year, and we was doing pretty good with it. Then the government got involved and we shut everything down because all the licensing and testing that they required, it was just way out of our price range. And then this room got used for storage for pretty much the last 4 years. So I come out here and cleaned it out. It took me about 2 days to get everything out and mop the floors and scrub the walls and just clean everything. And then we moved our fish room out of the house into here, which took about another 2 days. But it's worth it. That room we had in the house was half the size of this room here, and this is like a 12 by 18 size room, and the other one was just smaller than half of that. So we got it straightened out. It's got a lot more room out here. We've got a lot more outlets out here. Each wall has its own breaker. There's 3 outlets on that back wall, and 3 outlets on this wall, and 2 on the wall where the pond is going. But it's a lot more room out here, and a lot more safe out here, and I could actually put a stand up on that wall eventually in the future and house a lot more fish tanks. But yeah, I got the water to the sink hooked up. So that's not something I normally do. Is plumbing? No, that's not something I normally do, but we got the plumbing worked up. And the sheetrock was a pain in the butt. I hope I never have to mess with that stuff again. But yeah, we like this a lot better than the room that we had all this stuff in. The wife is now using it for a sewing room, and she's happy with it. But we're gonna show you bits and pieces of us moving the fish pond from the house out into this room. But this is our 75-gallon African cichlid tank. I'm super proud of that thing. That is a fish I've wanted for a long time, and they've been up and running for about 4 months, and they're doing great. I couldn't be happier. Well, maybe if they had some babies, I'd be happy about that. And we had a couple female guppies in here that we thought were pregnant, but turns out maybe they weren't. So I just got some plants in there now. There's some some kind of moss ball, and then the Amazon sword. There's a real small Vallisneria, and that in the back corner is narrow leaf sword thingy, something, and a Java fern. And this is my oldest tank here. We got African dwarf frogs, some neon tetras, dwarf gourami, some more moss balls. I call that my creek bed tank. And the angelfish, some more tetras that are looking pretty stressed out right now for some reason. And this is the wife's guppies. Yeah, they still look pregnant if you ask me. Oh. But I don't know, I'm no fish expert. But yeah, we have successfully moved our fish room. We didn't lose a single fish in the process, so I'm super proud about that. I had a lot of help. My wife, my brother-in-law, my brother did all the heavy lifting, since I'm still dealing with my crushed finger. Well, at this point it's just broke. It's not still crushed, but it is still in the healing process. But yeah, we're super happy we got this done and moved, and everything's doing great. So hopefully it'll stay that way, and hopefully we can keep bringing y'all some fish updates in the future. And this is the view without the ceiling lights on. Well, this is my this light right here is a flu ball something crap. What is that thing called? Anyhow, you can program it with your phone, and I've got it set from sun up to sundown. It automatically comes on and off. That's pretty nifty. Kind of wish I had one for every tank, but they're pretty expensive. And look at that. You can actually see in there better now without the lights on. I love it. And we got the pond draining, taking forever, but it's coming out slowly but surely. This is our midway point. We have to fill up these tubs so we can get the same water back into the pond, put it in that room over there. How long have we been doing this now? About an hour, hour and a half?
Maybe an hour.
Maybe an hour? And this is where we're going to be setting it up, right here. I'm going to build, in the future, I'm going to build something around it for the twist neck, but this will be for the goldfish and the red-eared slider. And these guys are patiently waiting to go back into their home. But yep, that's where we're putting it. Got my little aloe garden. There's my filter for the pond. It's a big old mess in here right now. We'll get it straightened out. All right, so here we are with the pond set up and running. This is the next day. Got everything going. Everything's running good. It's just gonna take a while to get everything like I want it. So the tub we got from Tractor Supply, it's a Tough Stuff Products, 100 gallon. Well, it says 110 gallons. That was about 80 bucks. So we set that up in the house, and it was just that. Just a tub with water and fish in it to start off with. So we had the goldfish in it from the bait store, and we actually rehomed those fish. We got those in another pond. But yeah, it sat in the house for about 3 months, and then we finally got this room cleaned out. So we got all the fish and reptiles out here. And we got room for more tanks if we want to set up something right here in the middle of the floor. Ew, that's an ugly floor. I need to put a rug down. But yeah, this is my first attempt at any kind of quote-unquote pond. Could have been better. There are some things I wish I could have done differently with it. But like I said, it's my first attempt. But it's a work in progress. We'll change things as we go. There's 12 goldfish in there. There's a red-eared slider in there, and that's his little basking spot right there. He's got his lamps turned off. It's just a lot of glare with the lamps. And that waterfall, that's not even deserving to be called. That's more like a water leak. It's just, yeah. Anyhow, it's got some plants in it. Nitrates. It's helping clean the water, I guess. Yeah. But we got some pothos propagating right there and right there, and they are going to go in there. And I got some more aloe plants. Hopefully they'll take off and start growing. This plant here and that one was the first one the wife bought for this little project. And then some, I think these are called white ribbon, but they've been doing good in that little tub. And then some lucky bamboo. And those 3 plants there, the kids brought home for Mother's Day from church. And then we got Venus flytrap. Hopefully that's gonna grow. And then some kind of succulent. Well, the idea is to get it looking kind of jungly. I'm gonna hang my main pothos plant. I'm gonna hang it from the ceiling eventually. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna build up we'll build a little canopy from that point over to the left side of this outlet. So we'll have some earth built up with some pond liner in it, so we'll we'll be able to move the twist neck turtle out here as well. We have him some puddles out here, and the slider can get out and dig around, do whatever it wants to do. But that's another project for another day. That sheet of wood, that's something we had laid around. It's a 3/4, it was a 4x8 sheet of 3/4 plywood. And I wanted to be able to put plants on it, so I chopped it up, painted it with some oil-based paint, and hopefully that'll keep all the water out of it. But yeah, it's just a thin little rim that goes around the outside. It kind of looks like this one. So you can't really sit nothing on it. I mean, you could grow vine plants around it, but I wanted to have a little more feel to it. So, and the rocks we got from the river here in town, and there's a lily pad in there that the turtle keeps eating, and then there's some more rocks for bacteria and to live on. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big old piece of driftwood right there. But that FX4, I got it installed about a month after we got the pond set up. It does a tremendous job. I love it. Keeps that water looking crystal clear. I ran the hose, this long hose, I ran it, the return hose. I ran it around behind. I didn't want to poke any holes in the tub, so it's just running around behind. And I just got them 2 little screws holding it in place. Same over here for the intake hose. Another 3 or 4 months, I got to replace some parts on it and clean it out again. But I think it was well worth the investment. Got the AC unit. That is heating and air. So I'm toying with the idea of taking all these heaters out of these aquariums and just heating the room. But I know good and well, as soon as I do that, I ain't gonna want to hang out in here because it's gonna be so daggone hot. There's my cichlids. That blue guy, I had to take him out. He was running everybody out of town. But he's calmed down a lot. I got the 3 albinos in here. Those are our newest additions. Those 2 guys right there, that orange feller and that one. And there's another one in here, yeah, right there. But I'm pretty sure, let's see, that guy there is I think that's a German red. There's 2 of those. I believe he's a Turkish, or I'm probably wrong on that one. And then there was the green guy. That green guy back there, I think that's a lemon jake, but I'm not sure. Hey, the wife brought home a nice surprise. We've got a couple more goldfish for the pond that you can't really see, but they're in the bag. So we're gonna put them in the water right there and let them acclimate for 15-20 minutes. And we will take them out. Set them free. She also got some cichlids.
Baby Africans.
Baby African cichlids.
Pretty.
Yeah, they are. So we'll do the same with those, let them sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we will take them out of the bag. All right, we're gonna drop these goldfish in the pond. Not literally, but.
Get out of the bag. Thank you very much. Here we go. Alright guys. Yay! Freedom!
That's a pretty one right here.
They're both pretty.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. Well, where'd the other one go?
He's right there by the rock.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah.
Alright. Enjoy. There's 14 goldfish now. We probably shouldn't get any more for this thing. Alright, you want to do the cichlids now?
Yeah.
Think you can manage?
Sure. Maybe. 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe we should use a smaller net. Alright, guys. Here we go.
There they go.
1, 2, yep, 3, 4.
All right. I missed some algae. I'll scrape it later. All right.
Ain't they pretty?
Yeah, they are.
Look at that spot on its tail. It is so pretty how it just stands out.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a pretty fish. All of them are. Where'd you go, buddy, over there?